Hey, this is Derek with Battlefield Ukraine. I'm back today with a review of some of our drone and missile parts that you can find on our website. Now, if you've been paying attention to what's been happening with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, you've undoubtedly heard about mass air raids and missile and drone strikes on Ukrainian cities and civilian centers. Caused widespread power outages and just wreaked havoc amongst the people of Ukraine. This kind of terroristic tactic is nothing new for Russia. They did similar things in Syria. But in Ukraine, most of these drone strikes have been carried out using the Shahed style drone, which is produced in Iran, or more recently, the Garan 2, which is a copy of the Shahed that's produced in Russia. This is a delta-wing, propeller-driven drone that can carry quite a large payload and really cause a ton of destruction. They also leave behind a lot of fragments of the drone itself. I have a number of these fragments that I've posted in my shop. You may ask, why would I want one of these? What good does this do? Well, I got these from Ukrainian people, and I pay a fair price for them, which helps to stimulate the Ukrainian economy, especially in these times where they're under constant attack. Every dollar counts. By selling these, I'm able to buy more stuff from more Ukrainians. I only patronize Ukrainian citizens, soldiers, international and Ukrainian, and see this as a way to support a country that I believe in. Let's get into some of these parts. A lot of these parts are fiberglass. Like here are some panels where you can see it's fiberglass. The texture on there is what you'd expect from a mass-produced drone. There's a part number or some identifier on there, which is interesting. This piece is flat. It would be good for framing if you wanted to display it that way. I have another one of those pieces here with, again, the number and some of the hardware that connected this. Not all the fragments are flat. This one is curved. This was, you could tell, part of the body of the drone itself, but again is made out of fiberglass. There's a rubber seal here and some hardware that was used to attach probably a door or some sort of pane or panel on here. This is an interesting piece. This is actually aluminum, and again, it's not flat. This is a bit more substantial, and as you can see, it has in Russian an identifier as well as a number, I imagine, of the drone itself or of this particular part. Some of these pieces are smaller. These are a bit more on the affordable end, if that's what you're looking for. Here's one. This is interesting. Not only does it have that seal, but it has fiberglass and aluminum, and on the back it has the number. Here's another small fiberglass piece. Interesting to hold something like this. Even though it's small and lightweight, it carries a significant weight of historical value. A couple more pieces to show you. These are larger. This is probably 18 inches across and 12, 13 inches tall. This also has numbers on it. Here's a similar piece. You can really tell when this impacted the force that it struck with. Now this is clearly a panel of some sort. It's mostly flat. There's a little bit of a dip in there, almost like a serving tray. This is one of my favorite pieces because I feel like this tells more of a story about what's happening. Plus, it's relatively small. This is made out of aluminum, and this is clearly some sort of schematic, maybe for wiring or something to do with aeronautical controls of the drone. We've also seen countless videos of creative ways Ukraine is countering these drone strikes. Sometimes they are shot by miniguns out of the side of helicopters. There are ground air defense crews set up all around cities and key points with pickup-mounted cannons and machine guns. There have even been a couple occasions of F-16s and other Ukrainian fighter planes taking these down with missiles. Interestingly enough, Geran in Russian means geranium. In a sick way, this is Putin's way of delivering flowers to the people of Ukraine. These fragments range in price from $20 to $60, and really what determines the price is not only size, but if there are any markings or other points of interest about the particular piece. Now let's take a look at some of the missile parts that I've come into possession of. I currently have several of these on the website. These are fins from a Russian Buk anti-aircraft missile. This is the same munition that was used to destroy a Malaysian Air passenger plane over eastern Ukraine in 2014. That was a terrible tragedy. Hundreds of people died in that, and really no one's been held accountable. Since the invasion began, and especially as Russia began running low on some of its more conventional weapons, this anti-aircraft missile was converted to strike ground targets. This one, I believe, fell in or near Izium. You can see on this particular one the destructive impact that this had when it landed. You can also tell a little bit about how it was used to guide the missile into its target. There's a little bit of paint on here, green, which would make sense to blend in camouflage. I have a few more, and even though they're all part of the same missile system, they all have varying levels of damage. This one is a bit more intact. It has less damage up here at the front, but it is bent a little bit over here. This one has a serial number or some sort of part number on it there. These are currently on the website for $70. It will be a little bit more expensive to ship only because it weighs a few pounds. This is definitely more substantial than the fiberglass drone parts that we were looking at. All of these pieces will be interesting conversation starters and a way for you to remember the sacrifice that people are making in Ukraine every single day, really, for everybody who appreciates freedom and the right to determine your own future. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down there. And if you want to see more and stay up to date with what's happening with Battlefield Ukraine, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest. As always, Slava Ukraini!